many of you have seen a classic car cruising down the highway? Then how many of y'all have seen a classic car rushing away to someone's field? Old guns are a lot like old cars. A lot of people collect them, some people like to restore them. It's really not that hard to restore an old gun, especially the stock. You restore it just like you would any piece of wood. I've restored 2 of my World War II guns and then helped a friend on one of his. Today we're going to look at the materials needed to restore an old stock, how to remove the old finish, and how to apply the new finish. The first step in restoring a gun stock is to gather the materials needed. You're going to need plenty of hot water, something to kind of bucket to hold your hot water, some kind of kitchen cleaner with a degreaser in it, a hard bristle brush. If you don't have anything, a toothbrush will work, plenty of rags, an iron just like you'd use on your clothes, and whatever color stain you want your stock to be when you're done. The second step in restoring a stock is to apply or to remove the old finish. Eric Blandford has a number of videos on his blog showing you how to do this. If you have an old military gun, there's a good chance it's covered in cosmoline. And according to dictionary.com, cosmoline is basically just brown Vaseline. Militaries put it on their guns before they put them in storage just to preserve them. The first thing you're going to do is get a rag and dip it in your hot water, completely wipe down the stock. This will start to remove some of the oils and the cosmoline. Next thing you're going to do is get your cleaner with a degreaser in it and spray down the entire stock. Then get your toothbrush and just scrub away at the entire stock. And then wipe it off with another rag. And then you're going to repeat this process about 5 times. After that, you're going to get a clean rag, dip it in the water, and just drape it over your stock. This is where your iron comes in. You can place the iron on top of the rag and allow it to steam. But you don't want the rag to completely dry out. And as you're doing this, you'll see the stains being lifted up into the rag because it'll turn brown. Repeat this all over the stock, and you might have to do it a second time. Just keep doing it until you don't see any more stain being lifted into the rag. The third step in restoring an old gun stock is to apply the new finish. First thing you need to do is sand the entire stock. You want to start with about 150 grit sandpaper, and then move up to about 240, and then finish with about 350. You can keep going up if you want to get a really smooth, fine finish, but usually about 350 is a good place to stop. The next step is to apply your new stain. Some people like to apply it with a brush, others like to apply it with a rag. It's up to you. But you just dip your brush or rag in the stain, completely coat the stock, and you want to apply lots and lots of it. Like, it's okay if it's running off because you're going to wipe that off afterwards. So after it sit for about a minute, just wipe off all the excess and let it dry. Finally, you're going to apply some kind of sealant to it. This can be polyurethane or just generic wood sealer or even gun stock oil. And you'd apply that just as you would a stain. To wrap things up, we've seen that it's really not that hard to restore an old gun and to keep a piece of history alive. And the best thing is, you can use this process on any old piece of wood. So if you have an old piece of furniture that you don't like the color or it just doesn't look good, you can use the same process on that. Have it looking brand new. Right, so what would you rather have? The old, kind of drab looking gun, or the beautifully restored gun that shines and has new life?
I can't tell the difference because I don't know nothing about guns. But whatever you say, you sound
You can
like you
see
know
it.
what you're saying.
That's it.
Oh.